as a means to enrich yourself.
That's right.
These are all things the enemy can use to trap you very, very quickly. There's a scripture that you brought that you wanted us to look, and I want to look at it in 1 Corinthians chapter 9. And 1 Corinthians chapter 9, it says from verse 16, it says, "For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of." This apostle Paul. Though I preach the gospel, I cannot boast. He knew that he was of one of the greatest sinners, and God chose him by grace. So he said, I can't boast. I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. That's the mentality we should have. Woe be unto me if I preach not the gospel.
The gospel.
But if I do this thing willingly, that is preaching the gospel, I have a reward. So there is a reward for preaching the gospel. Your reward comes from God. He said, if I do it willingly, I have a reward. And you can come in and do it anyhow. He said, if I do it willingly with the right motive, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. The dispensation of grace is what he was talking about. He said it is committed unto me. He cannot mess it up. He can't.
Wow.
So you too, when you come into the ministry, know that something precious has been committed to your care.
Amen.
The people, the area, whatever, that is your area. It has been committed to you. You are, that dispensation also talks about the stewardship. And the scripture says the steward must be found faithful. So you have to be faithful to your call. Faithfulness is very important. Faithful to the call. And a steward must give an account. Also remember that. You will give an account. And you have to be faithful. So it goes on to say in verse 19. Verse 18. What is my reward then? Verily that when I preach the gospel, I may make the gospel of Christ without charge, that I abuse not my power in the gospel. Two things. I will not preach the gospel for money, and I will not preach the gospel for power. I will preach it free of charge, and I will not abuse my power in the gospel, because there is a power in the gospel. When you are called, right, there's influence.
That's right.
And you can abuse it.
That's right.
And Paul says, I'm not going to do it for money, and I'm not going to abuse my power.
Wow.
And those are the things we must watch, because the devil can use those things to trip you. And Paul is warning us, don't go there. Money and power, watch it.
Wow.
So that is what I would say.
Wow, money and power. Money and power. Apostle, you really blessed us. The burden of ministry. In fact, I have learned a lot today. The burden of ministry. What is your heart desire? What brought you into the ministry work? It is very important. There are certain questions that only you, and I mean only you, can answer. Why are you in the ministry? Nobody can